Good morning, students of class 10th. In the previous video, we have discussed about Human Development Index in India, and in today's video, we are going to discuss more about the public facilities. Let us understand that what are public facilities and how do they work. Okay. So, what are public facilities? Let us first of all understand about that what are public facilities. See, we live in an economy, that is India, and in any economy, the government of that country collect taxes from the people, right? There is a government, and the government collects taxes from the people, and after collection of the taxes, the government is collecting taxes, and after the collection of the taxes, the government do expenditure. Okay, it does expenditure, and it does expenditure for providing the public with the facilities like making roads, like making schools, making hospitals, the government hospitals. They all are considered as government expenditure, and they help in the country to have public facilities. Okay, I hope you might have been clear that what are public facilities. Now, in public facilities, we will learn about developmental projects. What are those? What are infrastructural development? What is public distribution system, public services, postal services, and what are public sector undertakings, PSUs. Okay, so first of all, let us understand that what are developmental projects. The government of India or the state governments time to time make projects which are helpful for the development of the country. Like there was a project which was a multi-purpose hydro project, like the establishment of dams are there, right? There are different dams, like there is a dam on Mahanadi which is in Odisha. There is a dam in Uttar Pradesh. Okay, there is a dam in Uttarakhand. There are many dams in Uttarakhand. So these are all multi-purpose river valley projects, and they are basically developmental projects. The funding to them is given by the government only. When government do expenditure, from its expenditure only it establishes such developmental projects. Okay. In developmental projects, there is also infrastructural development. Okay, now first of all, let us discuss what is infrastructure. What do you mean by infrastructure? Let us discuss about that. See, infrastructure is the basic necessity required for doing any work. Infrastructure is termed as the basic necessity required. Okay. It is a basic necessity. Now, let me give an example. If you want to study the basic necessity which you will require is first of all an educational institution, like there is a school. You will be requiring books for that. You will be requiring a pen for writing things. You will be requiring a room to study. Right, and if I am a teacher, I want to teach. Then you will be requiring teachers also, so that you can study from. You will be and the teacher will be requiring a whiteboard, a marker, and all these things which are the basic necessities for any education institution to run are the infrastructure for education. And infrastructural development also means maintaining or developing the basic necessities for any economy to run or any country to progress, to do development, right? Now, infrastructural development is further subdivided into two types of infrastructure. First is health infrastructure, and the other is economic infrastructure. Now, let us discuss what is health infrastructure and what is economic infrastructure. Health infrastructure basically deals with the development of basic fundamental necessities for health sector, for health services or for the health sector, like maintaining of hospitals is there. Okay, maintaining of hospitals, maintaining of research labs, big institutions like AIIMS, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, maintaining basic necessities for the healthcare services like maintaining proper temperature for the medicines, if there are some medicines which are to be transported in a cold stored vehicle, so for that there should be such vehicles, right. So that is the infrastructure development, and that is required for the healthcare sector, that is known as health infrastructure. On the other hand, there is economic infrastructure. Economic infrastructure refers to the basic necessities required by any economy to develop. Like if you want to start a business and you want to run it successfully, there are also some basic necessities that you will be requiring. First and foremost, the basic necessity for that is a capital. You will require some money to start a business, so there is capital, and for that in economy as a whole we talk about investment. Now if you want to run a business, you will be requiring some connectivity, means you will be requiring a proper road so that your goods can be transported from one place to another easily. You will be requiring a good telecommunication service. You will be requiring a good telecommunication services so that you can talk to one person to another. The mobile phones you will be requiring, that is the telecommunication services. And there are basic other necessities like you will be requiring a bank so that you can transfer money from one person to another, and you will be requiring electricity, power. So these are the economic infrastructure, and the government do expenditure and provide these facilities to the people so that the economy of their country can grow, that is economic infrastructure. Now in the next topic we are going to study about public distribution system, that what is PDS, public distribution system. Okay, PDS. Let us understand that what is PDS. See, PDS is a system which is maintained by the government to provide food security, to the public. And how do they provide food security? See, the government of India had made some regulated, controlled ration shops, which are in general terms only called as ration shops, and or control centers which are organized by the government or controlled by the government. And when they are organized and controlled by the government provide food security to the public by procuring the grains like wheat or rice from the farmers at a fixed price, which is known as MSP or procurement price. And after procuring them, the government provide the food to the people at a subsidized rate. A subsidized rate means a rate which is lowered by the government. Okay, like the government is purchasing food for 10 rupees per kg. Per kg it is buying it. Okay, then the government will sell it to the people at 2 rupees per kg. Selling price will be 2 rupees per kg. Now there is a difference of 8 rupees, right? 10 rupees it is buying and it is selling it at 2 rupees, and the government is bearing a loss of 8 rupees per kg. So this 8 rupees per kg is the subsidy provided by the government, and from the public distribution system only it is supplying the food grains to the poor at 2 rupees per kg, and that is the reason why people are having a food security in India, and that is PDS, and that is also a public facility provided by the government of India to the people, right? Next is postal services. Postal services are basically considered as the services which are helpful for transferring documents from one place to another, whether it be a letter, whether it be an order of the court or other things, right? Or even you must have heard that people even send their rakhis from one place to another with the help of postal services. Okay, so that is postal services. Postal services also have a huge cost. It is also a public facility provided by the government of India to the people of India. So it is postal services. And the last and the is public sector undertakings. Public sector undertakings are also referred to as government companies. Okay, also referred to as government companies. Okay, now let me link it to the first chapter of your geography, which was resources and development, and there was also a topic in which there was classification of resources on the basis of ownership. And in the classification of resources on the basis of ownership, there were individually owned resources, community owned resources, and one was government owned resources. So public sector undertakings can also be termed as an example there in that chapter for government owned resources. And PSUs, public sector undertakings, are known as government companies. They are the companies which are governed by the people, by the government, and they are, example, it's BSNL. Okay, other is MTNL. And one more example I can give you, IOCL, Indian Oil Corporation Limited. It is Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited. It is Mahanagar Telecommunication Nigam Limited. I don't remember its full form, but it is Indian Oil Corporation Limited. And all the public sector banks, all the government banks are also a PSU of the government. So students, these are the this is the list of public sector undertakings, the postal services, public distribution system, infrastructural development and developmental projects. It is the list of public facilities provided by the government to the people, right? So I hope these are the public facilities and it is understood to you. In the next video, we will talk about sustainability of development, and that will be the last video for this topic. Okay, till then, stay at your home and stay safe. Thank you.